items.
Yes.
The food items is estimated to last, let's say, 3 or 4 days. What about the other days?
No, basically it sounds to me that because I'm not seeing where there is a repetitive cycle, and then I can't even communicate to my constituents. So if that's being done, as you asked Perry, whether or not there is some cooperation and coordination, the answer to that is no. In fact, on the local level, we in the East are starting to feel so left out from what it is, despite saying, listen, Portland is ready to be the food basket, the bread basket. Myself and my sister parishes are ready to take on the mantle when it comes to farming. Now, when I hear that, and then all I hear is there was a $2 million allocation. I heard that today. It was communicated through email, not through the ministry, that there's a $2 million allocation for me to assist the farmers. Now hear this. Yes, now hear this. Just hear me.
Okay.
The minister reports that it was about 6,000 hectares of crop that was destroyed. 600 hectares of banana planting alone in Portland was destroyed. And if anybody know about banana, if breeze blow too hard, the banana skin out and kill out. And say, Lord God, we're done. And what am I going to say to the farmers that I only have $2 million when that can't even clear and give access to farm roads so that farming can resume? What am I going to do? Just take the whole $2 million and say, every farmer can get 25 chicken and 3 bag of feed, and I'm assuming in 6 weeks. After me I ball out about fowl coop and whether or not we'll get allocations to get the carpenters to assist the young farmers, and what of the generators that I asked for to make sure that the poultry production and these women who feed their families with these things have access to it. I even said make it centralized. Go back to my manifesto and see where I said corporation farming. Yes. So there are 5 divisions and we simply need to have outposts. I can beg a free freezer, you know. I can go right on Context Matters and say, listen, we need 5 freezer. The woman, them are going to kill them chicken and them need to store it and get that. And I ask for these things. I ask Minister of Health about the most pressing thing, the storage of medication, you know.
Medication, I was going to ask you about that.
There is no response. And Parliament gone, another week gone, and the next time we go for ask any update on that is going to be Tuesday coming. If Parliament isn't if Parliament isn't cancelled, which happens ever so often. So it's a lot to deal with, because also you have to contend with also trying to communicate with people who are politically aligned in such a way that that even in their despair and desperation they feel that political loyalty is important. This whole operation so far is an epic failure. But then, depending on who you talk to, and of course, if I'm a bank and you're going to come and borrow a whole heap of money, I'm going to say, oh, I applaud your efforts because you come to me and you take a loan from me. But what about the lived experience? We have to always think about the lived experience. And that is always my compassionate plea, because when it comes to human rights, when it comes to human dignity, the lived experience is what's going to be important. Now, one of the most hurtful things for me, and I have to really, tread lightly, is the circumstances of the substitution of proper housing for trailer park living.
And I just talking about that.
I'm at pains to say that. We come from the Caribbean has a history of chattel houses, stilt houses, board. You put board on some stick and you put it anywhere. Yeah, whether they are swamp, whether they are on the beach, on the floor, on the river, on the bank, and when the time come, when you and people fall out because you don't own the land, you just put it on the back of one trailer and move on. Now we're bringing and introducing these container homes, and while it's a stopgap and a temporary solution, I would never want to imagine 15 years pass and people are living in these temporary houses. Or
I have an issue with that though, Isat, because I keep hearing the word temporary. And how does that work? Why would you spend so much money on temporary housing, knowing that people are going to want to raise families, expand on their families, expand on their vision for their property?
Let me tell you something. I have a sister. It makes sense to me. I have a sister. I'll call her name Roxanne Nita. I want to say that it was either during COVID or before COVID that she said to me, you know that container houses is the way to go. She had a whole business plan about it. And I tell you, I said from a human rights perspective, I understand this. Do you recall when I dropped a container in Portland? I saw how the parish council did go on and stop orders for this container and what it meant to the space and how they treated with it. A temporary, they're saying it's temporary homes, but they treated it as permanent and for its purpose, and they stopped its usage and took me to court. And I'm saying that, it became a court, it became a court matter per se, as in to stop me. And I say this in terms of appreciating that we don't want to be in the United States. They have it, and this is not a racial comment, but they talk about just like how you have the Negro, you have the trailer trash. It's a pejoratory, derogatory term. This whole trailer trash. So when you think of this mass production of trailers and container homes donated or not, the value of the house is $2.5 million for a two bedroom container. Now I see Spicy now, Grace Hamilton. She look around and she see her mother and she says, see a truck back here, see brick, see cement, see everything you need, 4,500 US, and you can build a one room. What the same value of the containers, you could engage the hardware stores and empower the companies and empower the citizens, put into people this build back stronger. Yeah? It no better than build back better than before. And building back better than before means say give the people them brick, cement, door, steel, everything them need, and say listen, get the masons and give me them TRN and them ID and make the government pay them. You know how set it up that way and allow the persons to be industrious, because I can tell you I've seen it in the constituencies, all especially in Portland. The prideful people, the people who have ambition, them just will say, yo, give me 100 block and I'm good.
Yes.
Next year, if them even say 2 years from now we build the bathroom, them now go less than brick. And so what we saw with Melissa, nobody should not come talk about them want to put on back zinc house.
True.
We should never be going like that. And they said the wise man built his house upon the rock. Now I understand that when the story of the 3 little pigs, one of them built him house with matches stick, the next one built him house with straw, and all of them did have to run to them rich brother. That fat pig had a concrete house. And when the wolf try huff and puff and blow the house down like Melissa, how them do? Cook him. That's the nursery rhyme, and now me make it. So I am just saying from my plane, and I do understand. I do understand the predicament that the Gensec is in, and Zolika, and Floyd, and Nikisha. I hope I didn't miss anybody. And anybody else in the West, Perkis, Heather, right, all of them, Ian, all of them. I understand their predicament, and I am not quick to say that this is not the way to go. But just want to say that what my thought is for my people, and my people is the Jamaican people, and the way that they're supposed to live, is we are supposed to be taking every opportunity. And let me tell you something, in St. Vincent, Ralph Gonzalez, who is slated to have his election sometime in Jamaica in December. Yeah, I have to say in Jamaica, because so much people went up over there and say I run up and down over there. Yeah, but that's none of my business. Sound the alarm, ring the bell. Me don't know what I'm gonna do over there. Operation take out the man will restore St. Vincent after burial. And he just went straight to the bank, and I sat with him. So I know exactly what he says, and I have it on audio. People can go and listen to Context Matters, the interview with Ralph, a visionary and a pioneer. And he said what he did was to build back the houses.
Look at that.
Doesn't even matter. He never said anything about whether you're needy, you're frail, you're fragile. He just said he's building back all the houses. And he puts on the roofs with the hurricane strap. And you know what him tell them? You see, inside, you might not get the drywall and the finish on the inside. But we have put a roof over your head with the hurricane straps and making sure, say, you live somewhere. And I'm saying, for me, there's a lady in Millbank. She has 1 foot. And she needs wheelchair access, as you can think. She need many things. But I said to myself, the trauma that she experienced when her house blew down as somebody who is within the disabilities community, she must be put in a concrete structure. She must, for the rest of her life and the rest of her days, she must get a food for the poor house. She must get a concrete structure with a concrete roof.
That's right.
Yeah? I can't promise the inside I got paint with fuchsia and a little bit of, me don't know where any other color, but I did my best. But she must be put into that. And so if me not do nothing else, when my heart tell me, when my spirit tell me, is to make sure that she get that. It must be done. I am not government, me are opposition, and then now give me no money because Ishmael and Perry and Andre said not the Portland and the rest of the city.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah. So that is the reality though.
But it's funny you say that, because I see where in parts of Jamaica where there are using the schools for shelter. As at Monday, these people will have to find somewhere else to go because the government said they want
to top up the screen of my people. When they're there, top up the screen, talk to me.
Schools.